I have a few questions for you today, and I would love to know your take on the answers to them. First question, did the tree really fall in the forest if no one heard it? Or did the alarm really go off if you don't remember waking up and turning it off? What is a book if it is never read? Okay, that one makes me shudder on the inside. Do you have a successful and impactful business if you aren't telling people about it? Let me tell you my take on the answers. Yes, the tree really did fall, but who knows how long ago? Yes, crazy lady, the alarm did go off even if you don't remember turning it off. A book collecting dust is still a book, but not an impactful one. And a business that isn't being promoted may still be a business, but not a successful one. Books that aren't being read makes my soul cry, and businesses, especially meaningful ones that aren't getting traction because they're not promoting them, makes my heart break. Let's fix that today. Hey, I'm Stephanie Feger, and Empower is my middle name. Well, not really, but it should be. I believe that empowered people empower people, and I'm obsessed with empowering you, the nonfiction author, with impactful marketing strategies to help you take your important message and share it with those who desperately need it and want it and will buy it. As the owner and chief strategist of the Empower PR Group and the author of 3 books myself, including my new best-selling book, Make Your Author Impact, I have merged my love for reading books and writing books and marketing books to help nonfiction authors with laser-focused strategies and tactics to write books that sell, promote books to those who need and want them most, and build meaningful businesses from empowering messages. Think of this as your one-stop shop for marketing insights from an author who has been there, done that, and understands exactly where you are. So get your pens ready because I'm ready to empower you. This is the Empowered Author Podcast. Books mean business, literally. And over the years of helping authors with book marketing support, there is a commonality that I have picked up on, and this is what it is. Most authors don't realize that the moment that they publish a book, they've actually launched a business. Yeah, when I say that, I mean it. Most authors have no clue that's what is happening. Now, that business may be contained to that single book, but for many, it becomes a door opener to much, much, much more, more than they could ever dream. And in this season of the Empowered Author Podcast, it's all about how a book can build or grow a business. Today, I want to share my personal insights on how you can sell your Authorpreneur business successfully. If you need a refuel on the Authorpreneur equation and how your solution in solving for the X there, episode 8.1 gives really strong, detailed insights into this. And it's a great place to go to remind you of what your secret sauce may be. So go back and take another listen. You'll be reminded of the 2 key ingredients that make a meaningful and marketable solution, and that's your value and your target audience or target reader or target client's needs. Your Authorpreneur business likely aligns with the 2 of these, and a book is probably the glue that brings it all together. You have a unique expertise to share, something that the world needs that only you can provide. And when I say only you, I had an author recently share with me an amazing experience that she had at a retreat that she went to when someone looked at her and said so confidently, "You are the only you in this world, and you are called to be you." I feel that way in our Authorpreneur and author worlds too, because while there might be people out there doing similar things that you are doing or writing about similar things that you are writing about, the reality is you are the only one that can bring your perspective to the table. And there are people who really need what you have to offer. When you combine those 2, magic happens. However, it's not like the fairy dust magic, unfortunately, that you can find at Disney. This is the magic you have to work at and be methodical about. And that's what we are talking about today. I want to use the author impact method as our guide for this. And if you've not had the chance to dig into Make Your Author Impact, then let me give you a little high level insight because the author impact method is a cornerstone here at the Empower PR Group. I want you to think of a rock being thrown into water and creating a ripple. And that rock is the cornerstone of your platform. It gets thrown into the sea of beautiful water of opportunity. And as it goes down, the water expresses its welcomed interest and it creates a ripple to tell the rest of the water, hey, we've got a new tenant here in the pond. So the author impact method talks about the beginning rock being your platform. The big ripple next to that is your connections, and the following ripple is around visibility. And interestingly enough, that particular method isn't just important in selling books. It is a great method to go back to in helping to sell your business. So to sell your business offerings, you need a strong platform. How can people learn about what your offerings are and how can they buy them? If you don't have clarity on what your offerings could be, take a listen to episode 8.3 where we dig into your Authorpreneur offerings. So I want you to think about that. How can people learn of your offerings and take advantage of them? Is that through a website, which is likely a yes, and you might not have your author website in place yet, or your Authorpreneur website, that is. But a website really should be a cornerstone to your business because it allows you to articulate not just your offerings and what's included, but also what the investment is and what other people are saying. So you can go do a website audit yourself and take a deep dive look and evaluate, are you articulating that easily? Is it easy for people to know how to work with you? I love also leveraging social media as a way to build this platform because social media allows for a conversation, a give and take, a back and forth engagement. So take a peek at your social media infrastructure, the profile settings that you have. Do people know that they can work with you? And is it fully articulated through social as well? Now, how can you integrate your offerings into your current work or into your book platform? This is a missed opportunity I see for a lot of authors is what I call the back matter of your book. It is after the book is said and done, what comes next? Some authors will include a author bio. Sometimes they'll include a page that acknowledges the other books that they've written, but many forget to acknowledge how they can work with you. If you have written a marketable book, people are going to want to know how to lift from the book and embrace you bringing the message from the page into their lives. So articulate that. I'm also a big believer in evaluating simple things that are already happening in your life that you can integrate your acknowledgement and promotion of offerings in. Your email signature is prime real estate that people forget about. Take advantage of it. Leverage it to acknowledge a core offering you have right now or a way that they can communicate and connect with you, or acknowledge your book or a specific program that you're really proud of that just got a big accolade or even a testimonial. Take advantage of that email signature and set it up where it's automated so you don't have to think about it all the time. Also, going back to your social media infrastructure, I want you to look at things like your photos on social that are part of your profile or even your about content. This is beautifully searchable areas for people to learn more about you and identify and give themselves permission that you might be the right person for them to follow. So how could your social media infrastructure discuss your book and your Authorpreneur offerings? Now, how are you talking about your offerings? It's one thing to say, come, I offer a consulting package. It's another thing to share a testimonial of someone who has embraced and leveraged your consulting package. So I'm a big believer in leveraging testimonials in really beautifully authentic ways. I also love client interviews. Even if it is utilizing an iPhone to capture a video of what a client had to say. And I also believe in leveraging content pillars on your social platform. What I mean when I say content pillars are, what are your overall goals and how can you ensure that the content you're sharing on social align with it? Is it to sell books? Is it to grow your business? Is it to position you as a thought leader? Whatever that is, identify your content pillars. And usually, I don't know, like somewhere between 4 and 6 are a good number of content pillars. And every time you're thinking about how you can use social media, I want you to go back and go, do these align with my content pillars? And make a promise to me that at least one of those content pillars is to sell your Authorpreneur offerings. If we go back to the author impact method, the biggest ripple in it is connections. And so I want to ask you right now this question. I want you to pause and think about this. Are you easily referable? Do your connections know what you do? They are your best promoters. They already know you. They love you. They trust you. They believe in you. They want you to succeed, but they usually don't have a clue how to help you do that. So it is on you to ensure that they have that knowledge, because likely you are only 1 or 2 degrees away from the people who really need your offerings, and your connections can be the conduit to reach them. So you want to be referable. How do you do that? Well, first things first is it needs to be really clearly articulated what you do and who you serve. Who do you help and how do you help them? If you can every week evaluate who do I help and how do I help them, and get that really condensedly articulated, you will be able to help actively share with your connections what it is that you do and who you do it for. I can't tell you how many times I have gotten referrals from people because my family go, "Oh, Stephanie, I know you're in the book business." A connection of mine goes, "Now I'm ready to write a book." Many times people are not ready for you until they come to an intersection in their life. Something has changed. And depending upon your unique area of expertise, it could be that now they find themselves wanting to become a leader and they need a leadership coach. It could be that now they're about to write a book and they need someone who understands book marketing. It could be that now they are looking to form a business and they need an HR consultant. Until they reach that intersection, they don't know they need you. So the more referable you can become, the easier it is for people to remember and connect you with people. I also want you to think about your thoughts on this particular topic. And there isn't a right or wrong when I mention this. I actually have mixed opinions on a personal note for this, for me. But are you going to offer a referral thank you for people? So if somebody does a referral to you, is that built in your business? Is it something that you want to thank the person who referred you? And that might be a beautiful business strategy. And have you told them that you would like your help in connecting you? Do your connections know you want their help? They are busy, busy people. We all are. They have great intentions, as we all do. But sometimes you have to go, "Hey, guess what? I love when people connect me with this type of person. If you know anybody, let me know." And that takes me to the next part under your connections is you likely are connected to what are called Uber connectors, people who just love connecting people. It's like a part of their DNA tapestry. And these Uber connectors are so ecstatic when they can make connections. So who are those in your space, and do they know what you do? The third part in the author impact method is visibility. So I want to bring that in here when we're talking about selling your business offerings. Go where your people are and make sure that they know you exist. I want you to think about your target client and where they are a couple of steps before they need you. They might not know they need you yet, but they might be hanging out with somebody that is helping them today that can't help them tomorrow, that you're the solution for tomorrow. We call those complementary service providers, and you likely have several different industries that fall in that bucket based on your business offerings and even your book. So where are your target clients hanging out before they need you? And how can you create a relationship, be on a podcast, write a guest blog, have a strategic relationship and partnership with these individuals so that you can get in front of them? And you can be at the place where they already trust somebody. So the conversion for them to work with you is much faster. I want you to think too about your target client and ask yourself, what do they listen to? What do they read? How do they engage on social? Where do they go for conferences? This will let you know what podcast to be on. It'll let you know what media outlets or digital thought leadership pieces to be on. It will let you know where you should be on social and how you're engaging, and will also let you know if you want to do speaking, where to go to do it. Go where your target client is and be sure to talk from the platform, from the stage, visual, virtual, in person or not, about how you help people. Don't just give away all the goods. Do it in a way where you are acknowledging how you are working with clients to do that. That is a very subtle way of letting people know that you have a business and you would love to work with them. Remember, people buy from people, and people buy from people that they trust. When you go where they trust, it is a win-win for everybody. So maybe you've solved the Authorpreneur equation, but are you benefiting from it? You have a marketable solution, but are you marketing it? You have a business, but are your offerings clear? And are you talking about them? And are others doing the same? An Authorpreneur business and its success really aligns with what it takes to make your book successful too. Leveraging the Author Impact Method will be game-changing for you. You'll want to get your platform in place. You'll want to empower your connections and make sure you are referable, and you will want to increase your visibility so you can not just be seen, but get heard and close deals. If you want more on the Author Impact Method, we go deep in my newest book, Make Your Author Impact. Go get your copy now. I promise you will enjoy it. And it just released last week. If you want our team, however, to get our hands on your business and our eyes on your book, schedule a time for us to chat. If you visit empowerprgroup.com/connect, that will open up what we call the Help Me Help You form. When you fill out that form, it gives us all the info we need, and you, in return, get a link to my calendar to schedule a 15-minute video coffee chat where we can learn more about your needs and I can share how we might be able to help you. All right, empowered author or authorpreneur, I'm a believer that empowered people empower people. And I love helping authors make their impact. I've empowered you. Now you've guessed it. It is your turn to empower others.